to celebrate. Alright guys, if I'm not the most war chest purchase streamer by the end of the day, I'm quitting StarCraft. No, of course not. But you say it's working, but now it's lagging. No, it doesn't work. It's lagging out. Alright, bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss player here from Team Liquid. This is MaNa. To the top right-hand side, our blue Terran is Clem. First best of 5 of the day. So yeah, for me it doesn't work. Did the Bitly link work for you guys? Why is there never any Snoop? Because Snoop retired, dude. Snoop doesn't play in tournaments anymore. I don't know what to tell you. Given that you play pros, is it worth it to get all 3 war chests? It depends. I mean, if you ever play Terran or Zerg, it means that you would have the skins available. So if that's something you're interested in, you know, some people are completionists, they like to have everything. I mean, obviously, like, you also get emotes, I would say, is kind of the big thing. Like, emotes to use, so if you use the emotes in the game, then getting all 3 is worthwhile. So, like, emotes in the game is obviously worthwhile, maybe, because that's something that isn't maybe locked to your race. There's a few portraits and decals and stuff as well, so... I mean, arguably, yes, but it really is down to you. I mean, hopefully that will give you a decent idea of what's going on. You play all the races in co-op? I don't think... Does co-op have skins? Does skins even work in co-op? I don't even know. I actually really don't know. Anyways, let's jump into this. Yes, you do have to buy the war chest first, Jim Stock. Otherwise, you can't get experience on your war chest. I know, isn't that a wild concept? It's a wild concept. As we get this going. Alright. So, factory going to land down on this reactor. We're going to be seeing the racks going to come off to the side. And, yeah, again, this kind of going. This early game TVP is actually starting very regularly. Minus the fact that we see a, yeah, it's actually just going very regularly altogether. Sorry, I thought I saw a fusion core in the production tab for a moment, and I was like, what? Yeah, I've got absolutely no idea. But nothing extravagant, nothing ridiculous. As we do get this going, this Reaper coming up the right-hand side. Yeah, the war chest has stuff for all 3 races, but you can also buy the Zerg version, the Terran version, or the Protoss version separately if you only want one race. So then it's a little bit cheaper for you, is the way that it works out. So, yeah. Anyways, let's see what happens. Here's this Reaper is moving around on the bottom left in Adept, and a Stalker coming up, but unable to do much at the moment. In Adept, Shaden will be used to bait this Widowmine shot. MaNa goes in. Oh, mistimed it a little bit, so that Widowmine will survive and will not be revealed. Obviously, it was going to survive initially anyways. It just wasn't going to be... was then going to be revealed, and then maybe it goes down, as we do see 2 probes going down with that Reaper. With the Stalker and the Adept coming down to the bottom left-hand side. They're done for the moment. We see 3 Widowmines in this medevac. Coming across down to the bottom side and looking to see what's going on. So looking to see what they can do here. How do you get rid of the SE2 symbol on your screen? There's a little SE2 extension symbol that will show up on the bottom center if you mouse over the screen, and you can hide the extension from there if you're not interested in seeing it. As we see the Widowmines dropping down, and I'm going to be seeing the probes. In a little bit of trouble here. Stalker goes down as well. Oh, he burrows this Widowmine. Will survive, and we'll try and get to those probes. Nice idea by Clem, but it just doesn't quite work out. And we see another probe going down there. Meanwhile, MaNa has got a Prism across the map with a few Adepts about to jump in toward the main base. Clem's got a few Marines attack. The Viking will be really nice to start pushing this away. So the Viking just coming over to the right-hand side at the moment. As we do have this Viking chilling all the way over to the right. Prism is backing away just a little bit further as the medevac has actually escaped and will survive for the moment as it starts to head back home. So medevac getting out of there as we see the Resonating Glaives in the Forge. +1 attack. The choice is here from MaNa at the moment to get this going. The Robo Bay dropping down in the main base for the second Forge as well. So just going straight in towards, I guess, just Colossus here. Glaives makes me second guess that a little bit. Robo Bay with Glaives. Huh. The Glaives is kind of like a more aggressive style in general, so then a Robo-Bay doesn't really pair up with it all too well, unless you go for a couple of Disruptors. I guess you could just go to Colossus, but it just then, I mean, I feel like you'd rather have Blink as an opening and not Glaives. Interesting. Observer coming in towards the upper right-hand side as Marines are just picking their way through these rocks. Obviously just getting rid of those for later. Observer arrives and Clem, well, if you saw that, he didn't have a scan forward. He has got a third CC ready, so he's looking to play a macro-oriented game here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too ridiculous. So you've seen the Viking chilling out over on the right-hand side. Marines coming forward, Observer getting killed. Is the war chest link working, guys, for you? I'm excited to see if it's actually working or not. See, mine just says 404 page not found. Can you guys actually see it and buy it and stuff? I'm just getting 404 on my own link. It should be out soon. Obviously, it was meant to be out 14 minutes ago, Blizzard. We're waiting. I just bought one, says Cranky Hero. It's not working. The link takes me to a page, but I can't buy the chest? Wow. That's a real combination. That's a real combination of something right there. There's a couple of depths going towards the third. Unable to really get much done there. It says you already have the war chest, Adsy. That's 10 out of 10. The WardiBot link works? Wow, so it's actually just completely different for everybody. I wonder if there's a hard refresh will fix it, maybe? Maybe if you try to... Oh, it works for me too! I do see it! I do see it, guys! It's available! Awesome. Yeah, my bit.ly link is working. Well, let me know, guys, if you purchase it. I'm super interested to see if you guys do. Super interested here if you guys buy it. Alright, a few depths moving around though. Let's focus up on this game. We'll talk about war chest between games a little bit, as we do have the bio, the tanks coming down toward the third base. We have a Colossus here, an Immortal as well. All of this moving forwards at the moment. Trying to see what's going on. I mean, there's one Colossus. So it was Colossus in the end. I mean, he got into Blink after the Glaive, so I guess in the end it all worked out. I mean, I guess it's not super weird, really. I was just trying to think it to myself, and I just feel like it's not a combination you see very often. I guess Glaives itself isn't something you see super often unless you're being hyper aggressive. If MaNa really wasn't, just a War Prism and a few Adepts here and there dotted around was all he was looking for. Colossus doing a little bit of damage here. And you see that bio coming through and picking off that pylon. Again, the bio continues to press forwards. Has to be a little bit careful as the Widow Mines are going off, but not really on too much. The Stalker's blinking on top of a siege tank. Widow Mines will do some good damage here, but this is going to be the end of this attack from Clem, who at the same time has lost 14 SCVs from the War Prism. Looks like that just got cleaned up recently, and that's very painful for him, because now he's going to be down on workers and down on upgrades, as MaNa kept his Colossus alive as well, and they are the key features. Yeah, if you don't want to unlock the war chest by viewing, you can just disable the extension, or you just don't opt in. So it's completely possible. I will also just say again, guys. Can you unlock it by playtime alone? Yeah, if you only play the game and you just don't, the only difference is you just turn the extension off. And honestly, the extension doesn't benefit me anyways. The only thing that benefits me is if you go into my chat or below the stream and you click on the war chest link, or you use ! war chest for the link and purchase through there. That's the one thing that benefits me. I get a percentage of each sale thanks to the partnership through Twitch and Blizzard. So yeah, you can, in terms of unlocking it, disable the extension, enable the extension, unlock it by watching, unlock it by playing. Do what you would like. Do you see this Protoss army starting to move up through the center? And Liquid MaNa is definitely on the hunt, knowing that he kept those Colossus alive before. He'll know how important these are. How do you enable the extension? I made this handy ! extension command so that you guys can figure out how you can enable the extension or disable it. See, Wardy's ahead of the game today. He's got everything figured out. Ooh, catches them all here, which is nice for Clem, but he still doesn't really have much of an answer to this army on the top. Oh man, he doesn't find a chance to poke in. Yeah, he is trying to push down the ramp into a concave. There's ghosts here too, actually. Intrigued to see if he can get some good EMPs, take the sentries out of the fight right away, maybe. Ooh, we'll see the warp prism there. Oh, well, one Marine's on top of it. I mean, even if he just pushes that back. Well, now this is getting interesting because the Vikings are able to hit the Colossus. Nice force fields on the ramp. Those going to stop Clem from getting up there. He has stim, so he's taking some damage from this and now starting to be healed up. Zealots charge in, and they do cancel a fourth base. That prism not being killed off before. Starting to have some repercussions, although Clem will very easily come and deal with this. If nothing else, this is just bought time for MaNa to head back home. You're confused about the WCS announcement slowly? Basically, WCS is going to have a preseason this year. So WCS is going to have a 10-week online league, which leads up to a grand finals for EU and America, rather than a circuit stop at the start of the year. It's because last year Leipzig was super quick, and it was way too quick to kind of get everything organized, run Challenger. So instead they're going to run an online league instead of the first circuit stop of the year. And then as these EMPs hang on, he'll go down. Oh my god, the Vikings just killed everything. Clem is taking a hell of a fight here, guys. Oh my god. Continue to stim on forwards. Immortal and Stalker's getting pushed all the way back. And we are going to be seeing this Bioforce coming back up to the top as well. Do we need a WCS command here? As Clem cleans up at the moment. MaNa is backing away, trying to warp in desperately. He's got a couple of disruptors. That disruption shot could be big. Oh, Clem tries to lift up, but it hits right in the center anyways. Bio is still stimming forward. Stalker's going down. Clem is still pushing through. He's got more disruptors. MaNa about to pop. He needs them right now. He's got to get the connection. He forces the lift, and that means the Stalkers can blink and chase. Units are dropping back down. He's scared of the Stalkers killing things off, but he's also got reinforcements from the top. Clem is everywhere right now, but MaNa is as well, and this army of Clem starting to thin out. It's time for him to get away. Time for him to pull back, stay alive, and just try and regroup as MaNa's all over the place now. He's going to grab these medevacs. The Zealots are chasing down the bio up to the top side. MaNa is getting some real damage done. Clem is overextended. Maybe it would be just better to try and get away by boosting those medevacs out rather than hoping the reinforcements were going to get enough done. Bio still gathering up here as we see a prism coming up towards the top side of the map. On the far right, a command center going to drop down as well. So CC dropping into place. There's the +3 armor upgrade coming in on the forge. Clem will scan this army, see what he's up against, but that was a big loss for Clem, just as it felt as though he was starting to get a lot done. Some of the Stalkers heading over to the left side. Bio from Clem gathering up in the center. A couple of these medevacs continuing to come over here. And healing up just a little bit as these Zealots will warp into towards the natural. Marines get the prism at least, but we'll still have some trouble getting rid of the Zealots. Nice little choke point here to help them out. It really needs it, actually. Well, these Zealots will now go down. MaNa's used this as a distraction once again. Able to start pressing forwards. Observer gets scanned, goes down as well. And again, just going to be seeing those couple of disruptors hanging out the front. Clem goes forwards, he splits. Oh no, the disruptor goes too far. He's going to get all the disruptors again without much going down. And suddenly it's only really Stalkers, which is not the best of fighting armies. Some sentries flank from the top side. Why? Why are they there? I don't know. Actually got no idea. Well, Clem's pulling back. These armies have been reduced to the basics. Bio versus Blink Stalkers. More mortals and another couple of disruptors on the way up. Still pressing forward, Stalker. As the Bio continues down to the center. Stalker's taking some more damage here. Zealot's continuing to come up. Clem is going to lose a medevac though. I think the warping of Zealots is just a little bit too much for the moment. Jimstock, I don't feel like the extension should stop you from buying it. Because if you buy it through, again, if you go through the link on the extension, I am 99% sure it does not take you to my affiliate page. Oh, it does! Oh! But but the link on the extension doesn't work, but the WardiTV link does. Oh, that's cool. I didn't think the link on the extension worked. God, I'm an idiot. I'll shut up. You know, you guys obviously have this figured out better than me. I'm just dumb. It still wouldn't let you buy it. A couple of people are saying that. I think people are... I think it's basically bugging out if you own the 2018 war chest. It's bugging out and you already have the new one. So I think Blizzard will have to try and fix that ASAP. Fix it, Blizzard, fix it! A couple SCVs going down the right side as these couple Stalkers trying to deal some damage here. But Marauder is actually slowly soloing them down. MaNa's back down to the bottom side, pushing the factory away. And these medevacs, these bio units coming around the right and trying to push on in. You're going to see, well, there's a big stim as these Zealots start running forwards. They're going to go down pretty swiftly here, honestly, as we see EMPs coming in from the left side as well. Fire coming in from the top, and again, another EMP going down. Immortals being hit, another few Immortals being hit. And we're going to be seeing this Bio Force still firing away. Again, I mean, this army of MaNa just isn't designed to really take down a huge chunk of bio. The fact that Clem has Ghosts is something that is so good against this style of play as well. Now, as we see, oh no! No! Clem, just as he was starting to make progress, suddenly Disruptors will ruin his day, and he loses so much in the middle of the map as he's just paying attention to Zealots elsewhere. MaNa hunts for an opportunity, makes it happen with the Zealots elsewhere, and suddenly this is getting absolutely ridiculous. Medevac's pulling up to the top here as we see Stalkers and Disruptors still pushing in towards the upper right as well. Two Medevacs loading up some units, and they're going to head around the top side of this Planetary Force now. Will be in some trouble. Clem will want to keep this 5th base alive. Stalkers try and do what they can. They will eventually get it as we see Disruptors flanking units that try to come and defend. And the Stalkers now will have to escape down the right-hand side. So Stalkers do manage to escape out here. You see this factory still taking a few more shots. Bio on the far left going to stim in as well, looking for a few Zealots and Stalkers. Zealots starting to charge on in. As again, it's just going to be a good defense. Clem is struggling after losing those units to the Disruptors. There's just not much he can do to get back into it because he lost a lot of units, right? I mean, he just doesn't have an advantage to come back into the game like that. Resources lost is even, and that's kind of, you know, he's down 50 SCV, so he's just not been mining enough. Now he loses another base. Storm's coming into play as well, and that's a fantastic addition to help clean this out, as I don't think Clem has much life left in him, although the Stalkers are kind of going down slowly. There's not going to be many left. Left up, drops back down perhaps. Again, 11 SCVs going down as we're going to be seeing a couple of Disruptors. Again, I want to point out that this wasn't just like a MaNa herb dip, all of the Disruptors in the middle of the map to get back in this. He waited until his Zealots were causing chaos back at home and used that moment when Clem was not paying attention to come forward with those Disruptors and use them there. That was the most impressive part of that to me. As you see the Bio pushing forwards, as Zealot goes down, another Disruptor shot doesn't quite manage to connect. And another one also pulled back away from by Clem. Just staying away from all of the issues there. Staying away from trouble as he sends back down to the low ground. Zealots will come charging in. Disruptor shot once again, not hitting anything. A few probes going down as Clem will get some harassment elsewhere on the map. He has replaced the 3rd base with his main orbital. His economy is really hurting though. I mean, this base coming up here is very important. Absolutely essential for him to be able to have any chance. But with the Nexus continuing to expand around the map from MaNa, that's the 6th base that's on the way. He just has endless economy, and the style he's playing will really benefit from that. As we do see these units coming up to the top side here. Stalkers start to fire away. Zealots will charge forward. Disruptor shot up the ramp, doesn't connect. The MP is on top of those first few Stalkers there. Another Disruptor shot doesn't quite connect. And another Disruptor shot doesn't quite connect, but it does zone those units out, and that's very important. Great split by Clem on the low ground there for a second, but the next Disruptor shot is good. And this is MaNa with the final push. Close out game number 1 in 20 minutes of StarCraft 2. An absolutely fantastic first game. I mean, honestly, this entire game was great. So many moments from Clem and then MaNa fighting back and just about hanging in there. Clem is still going to keep on fighting because he knows it's been a bit of a crazy one. Not worth giving up just yet. He's slowly getting rid of the Disruptors, but these few Zealots just do absolute work on these bio units. And that is truly what's starting to be the biggest issue of all now. As Medevacs are going down, a Liberator shows up. Even if these Marauders clean up these last few Stalkers, a reinforcing army from MaNa should be more than enough. He's doubling the supply of Clem and more. Another Stalker goes down. Bio catches the Stalker as well. Also goes down. Stalker's just dying off everywhere. 14 SCVs have died. I mean, Clem is now below the 30 worker marker, so his economy is just non-existent. Resources lost is still even though, by the way, within like 40 resources. It's just the fact that Clem has lost so much economy. A lot of the fights have been taking place on his side of the map, and to trade evenly, he's been giving up workers and SCVs and all of that. And that's the issue. By giving up his SCVs, by, you know, having workers take damage, he's been falling behind in the long run as we see these Stalkers coming forwards. Now, Sensor Tower goes down instantly. The Ryo will start to stim forwards. The first Disruptor, the only Disruptor is avoided. I guess with only Stalkers though, like, Clem will continue to fight and defend. Like, these are good fights for him as long as the Disruptors don't connect. Fuzart's running around to the top side here. A couple of Liberators getting siege from Clem as well. More and more and more Marines just running through the top side of this. As those Stalkers, High Templar, and the 2 Archons just chilling out on the left-hand side. Fuzart and MaNa going to come up around the top. And we're going to be seeing a couple of Immortals on the way out as well. Stalkers and Archons. Well, Stalkers blinking straight away there, picking off a medevac. Woody, this was because you said TVP was bad. Dude, this TVP is freaking awesome. Honestly, MaNa and Clem are the sort of players who will play fantastic games, though. I've actually been feeling this about the European scene the last week or so. As let's just watch this fight. It's actually pretty close. Once again, the Zalds will just be the MVPs. Obviously, the Plundra going down and more SCVs falling means that eventually Clem definitely will lose, but again, still being fun to watch. But yeah, I was just thinking the last week or so, like, after Cast, the 2018 has left the game tournament where we had like Korean groups and EU groups. The European matches were so much better because the Korean matches were always so quick, so decisive. Like, it's so much rarer, it feels like, in Korea to get these epic back and forth games, whereas in Europe, these guys, they give absolutely everything, and they really just have these longer, crazier games. And it just really, I really was thinking this lately, and yeah, I've really been enjoying casting the European matches as of late. As we're going to be seeing a little bit of bio from Clem continue to come forward. Zealots charging in. GG and well played, says Clem. Very mannered to get out of that game. 1-0. Let's jump into game number 2 of this. Top right hand side, our Red Pros play after 20 minutes taking that first game. We have ourselves MaNa going up against the Blue Terran. To the bottom left, we have ourselves Clem. Are there still issues with the war chest, guys? Are they still kind of kicking up a little bit of a fuss? Wardy is not awkwardy. Are there off-stream games in this playoffs? Yes. Everything is being played at the same time. All the round of 12, same time. All the round of 8, same time. But none of it is off-stream. There are community casters in all of the other games, so you can find them if you would like to watch them. Man, what a great first game. You don't need to purchase the Warcrest kind of It's a 2019 bundle, because your account is already fully upgraded, so it is just bugging out if you already own previous war chests. That's so silly. That is so silly. Damn. I'm sure they'll fix it though, guys. It's okay, I know we all wanted to get very hyped and stuff like that. It's been out for like 20 minutes or so. I imagine it wouldn't be that hard to fix, right? They've just like somehow doubled up a code or something. I'm sure they'll sort it out. Just gonna see this pylon on the way up here. MaNa obviously looking to open with something a little bit funkier than what we saw previously. This probe's still sticking around. If you just wanted this pylon for vision or a later warp in, then you obviously wouldn't keep the probe around here. But you just keep the probe, and it's a robot facility already coming on the bottom side of the map. Robo about a third of the way done here. Stalker being chrono boosted out as well, as we see this Reaper from Clem coming in, wants to go and pick off a couple of these Proberinos. First probe taking quite a bit of damage, goes down. Second probe taking a few shots now as well. MaNa doesn't have anything here to defend because he's been looking for that Robo facility across the map. And he's Stalker now just coming in from the main base. Clem will realize the lack of another pylon in this main. He will realize there is something missing. And that is going to be a little bit funky. Although I guess he's got 2 pylons on the low ground, so maybe he doesn't notice. Or maybe there isn't anything to notice because MaNa's overbuilt a pylon to try and help hide this. 4 Hellions here poking forwards, picking up the first at depth, chasing down this Stalker. So these 4 Hellions continue to chase the Stalker down and already getting it very, very low. And continue to look for more as we see the Immortal on the way out from MaNa. Viking on the way up in the main base as well. Barracks actually cancels its tech lab there and goes to a reactor. Factory will build a tech lab. And as I think Clem is beginning to perhaps realize something is up. We'll see what he builds as 3 extra gates come down from MaNa. Walling off the front. That's something which Clem will see in a moment. Again, it's because of the Hellions though. So in a way, Clem might look at this and be like, ah, yeah, you just walled against my Hellions. Does he figure out that something a little bit funky is going on? SCV repairs up this Hellion here. As you do see these extra gates continue to come in on the top. A few of these Hellions setting up. Siege tank gets started up in the main. MaNa's obviously got 2 Immortals right now. The issue with a Siege tank defense against this is that 2 Immortals can jump on top of a Siege tank very quickly. So 2 Immortals can jump on top of a Siege tank very quickly. And that might just be... that might just be the issue here. Like, a Cyclone is much better to kind of run away from those Immortals with. Lock onto a Prism, you kind of force it back so they can't micro as much, perhaps. Hellion comes around to the bottom side. A Liberator will start to head across the map here. And again, those extra few Hellions just chilling out the front as we do see Warp Prism loading up a Sentry and a few Zealots. Going to be getting set to drop up into the main base. The tank on the low ground, not currently sieged. MaNa will see this for the first time. Clem will see this for the first time now. Does he try and bring the tank up the ramp? Force field in. Oh no, the tank's just going to be completely exposed with that force field coming in here. He will get the Prism with the Viking. It's just a matter of he actually still needs to kill these units. SCVs are currently surrounding a single Stalker. Next tank is not going to kill very much, is it? More Marines on the way out. It's going to be SCVs versus the world here. Hellions from the low ground as well. I mean, honestly, right now, absolutely anything to deal damage is essential. MaNa did lose some workers across the map. 5 workers down and currently not mining in the main base, so there's some kind of counter damage being done. Finally, the first Immortal goes down. SCVs need to keep fighting. Another tank should be the cleanup to this, but another Immortal shows up. More SCVs pull in from Clem, who's down to 23 workers. Another Marine pops out, just goes down too quickly. Clem just did not have any idea that this was happening at all. And MaNa is going to get away with this. This is a nice block on the ramp here. Using the SCVs to fully surround, try and keep the tank out of range of those Immortals. It's tough, it's difficult. He is starting to clean this up, but I mean, the damage has already been done, surely. He will clean this up. 3 more Stalkers should go down to Marines in the tank, even though... Oh, the Prism, though. The Warp Prism is so frustrating. Maybe he won't be able to clean this up then. The Warp Prism Micro will be so good for MaNa. We know it will be. Has to pull SCVs to repair that Siege tank too. He's got more Marines on the way out. Where did his Viking go? I think the Viking might have been what landed across the map there to actually deal the damage to that probe line when we were talking about the probes going down. Tank Siege is up. Again, Warp Prism Micro at the moment is the tank firing while Siege is going to start friendly fire in SCVs. Oh, it's not going to be pretty. He has to unsiege this tank now, and we'll have to go for single target damage onto the Zealot. We see more Marines coming out, still just trying to clean up Stalkers. MaNa doesn't have another Immortal, as again, this will be a hold from Clem. He has +1 attack. I'm trying to pretend that that makes it okay, but I really don't think it is. This Warp Prism's still alive. Maybe now we'll go down. The Marines will get it, so the Stalkers now can't micro as much. Clem survives, but he is going to be bleeding badly. Another Immortal shows up, goes straight for the Siege tank. The Stalkers dive in. That's got to be game with the tank going down. Clem has nothing left over, no units or anything. 4 SCVs down, make that 5, make that 6, 7. Marines fallen as well. This is turning into a disaster as MaNa about to take this to a 2-0 lead over Clem in this best of 5 series here today. First of the day. Game is called. MaNa takes it to a 2-0 lead. That was some Real potential to innuendo there, wasn't it? Aye, 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 Wardy. Shut up and cast some StarCraft, you're better at it. Bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss player from Team Liquid. This, my friends, this is MaNa. Up against the blue Terran to the top right from X-Eed Esports, we've got ourselves Clem. What's up, Rufus Rock says, hey, what do you just want to say? I'm loving all the content you bring in the off-season. Appreciate all you do for the community. I'll do it, trust me, it's not going to stop in the new year. War chest links are... war chest, any money I make from my percentage that I get from the war chest, if you purchase through my link, ! War chest in the chat, any money I earn through there is going to be going towards more tournaments in 2019. I'm going to be running a bunch of stuff anyways. Obviously, yes, there's going to be WCS and so on. We have to work around that, but in general, we're just looking to bring you guys as much StarCraft as possible. Like, I know even if WCS is on, we try and do events in other regions. We try and spread the love. We just try and bring you guys as much StarCraft as we can. So do check that out as we get this ready to go. Anyone know how to grant the permission? ! Extension. Boom. I see, I got you covered. The only thing I don't have you guys covered for is figuring out how to make the some of the other bits and pieces work. Alright. So getting this ready to roll, guys. Getting this set up. I'm looking to see what's going to be happening in game number 3. Thanks so much to the Mage GGU, comes in with the $5.40 and says thank you, Wardy, on the Matcherino page. Thank you so much for the $5.40. Appreciate it. Now we only need a solid $17.60 to pay out to the top 8 players rather than just the top 4. Who won Reno or Gung Fu Banda? They're still playing. All the matches are still in progress, guys. As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's anything currently that's... I don't think anything currently has any solid scores to do, to kind of give you all. I can tell you that Reno is 2-0 up against Gung Fu Banda, but I don't know other matches or anything like that. So Reno currently 2-0 up against Gung Fu Banda. As we do see a few Marines just chilling out on the natural factory. Dropping down a tech lab and starts up a siege tank. Viking on the way out here from Clem as well. Twilight Council coming in on the main base. And yeah, and a couple of gateways just set up on the front. How deep are we playing today? We're going to do the whole of the playoffs. We finish everything today. Today's the day. We do it all. Nothing shall stop us. StarCraft all night, guys. All night. Even when we're done with the live matches, we're going to cast some replays. I've got tons of replays to cast for you. I'm actually so hyped. We've got so much StarCraft until literally the end of the year. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so, so great. Viking chilling out up here, just waiting for any sort of aggression coming in. I'm loving the openings in this game because it's sort of sending us into a bit of a calm early game, which should lead us into a nice mid game. And these guys played a crazy game on Cerulean Fall for map number 1 when they got set up like that. So I'm really excited for something perhaps similar here in game number 3. Does anyone know the scores for Gerald Bly and DNS Cast? Dude, they are up on the community stream, so if you can go and find those. Sin is casting Cast and DNS, and Emil is casting Bly and Gerald. So, well, there you go. A couple of people in the chat coming in with the scores. They know better than me because I can't watch the other streams while I'm casting myself. So, shout out to you guys in the chat, keeping up to date with everything and keeping an eye on all the things. Wardy, the Matcherino code has been used up. I know, dude. I mean, you only get given so many codes per event, but, I mean, don't be sad about it. The fact it's been used up is an awesome thing. It means we used up all the free support we got from Matcherino. So, yes, it's sad we don't get more free money, but it's also a big positive in a way as well. Now, this is getting interesting for MaNa, who will find a couple of siege tanks here. Clem was just moving out as these Stalkers came across the map. Blink isn't here yet. And those tanks will get sieged to kind of start pushing these Stalkers back, or to keep pushing them back. Blink now done makes this a lot more dangerous. Liberator Siege is up in the natural. I love the target fire on these probes, making sure to maximize damage. Much better to kill 6 probes than to kill 1 Stalker, or to get a Stalker low and then have it micro or blink out of Liberator range. So that's definitely the way you want to do that. Nicely done by Clem. That's a nice pick off by MaNa as well, though, to be fair. Came in just as that tank was unsieging. No one could get the pick off. And, well, Clem knows about that observer. Scans for it, doesn't get it. Loses his Viking. As you do see those Stalkers just chilling out. Coming around the center. A couple of tanks still trying to get sieged up. A few more Marines on the way in here. Stimpack, combat shields, +1 attack, all on the way up at the moment if that engineering bay currently coming through. And again, those Stalkers from MaNa looking to perhaps blink up into the main base, as we are going to be seeing the Stalkers. Oh, going to go for combat shields. Okay, well, it's not, it's no Stimpack, but it is still a nice cancel. Really slows down the power of this bio army from building up here, as you'll just let the Stalkers take some shield damage. Nice scan to get the observer to stop further high ground blinks, and a nice push away overall by Clem. Very nicely done. Oak Warrior Dude, exclamation mark extension to see how to enable the war chest extension. And you see those Stalkers getting a couple of SCVs. Bio still pressing in here. Grabs a Marauder, actually. So Marauder going down. SCVs coming up towards the third base now, as these Stalkers will start to pick their way through these rocks. Looking to try and get as much damage done as possible. +1 attack and +1 armor coming through. Charges on the way up. As MaNa's just complete charge. He did complete charge. I thought it should have been on the side of the screen. I must have misseen it. But well, I mean, Clem getting towards the third base is obviously huge for him here. Sariaf 1974, thank you so much for the fresh subscription. Welcome to the Wardy family. We'll get you first decoration of the day onto the tree very soon. Thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. As you have those Stalkers going to hang out around the center. Bunker coming down from Clem here as well. There's that turret finishing up. +1 armor coming in on the engineering bay. And again, those Stalkers just chilling out. Currently in the center of the map. So they're just hanging out here for the moment. Storm being chrono boosted out on this Templar Archives now. So getting that out ASAP as well. To the bottom, still just a Stalker holding the watchtower. To the top left, similar story. All the map control in favor of MaNa at the moment. He's got the Stalkers in the middle of the map. That's what that blink opening gives you. It gives you those opportunities, that vision, that just presence. It takes all of that away from the Terran. And stops them being too cocky, moving out with their bio armies and their drops as well. And that's why it is such a popular way to open. A lot of the Pros builds aim to do a similar thing. Stargate obviously aims to keep you back at home. Or Fast Robo for Warp Prism aims to keep the Terran back at home. And that's what the Pros always tries to do. Keep the Terran busy, with units that can get out alive. Keep the units, get in, deal some damage, pull the Terran back, get out alive so you can do it again. So that you can very cheaply buy a lot of time to head into that very strong mid game of double upgrades, of Storm and splash damage. For example, as you see the Stalkers here grab themselves a medevac. Stalkers now on blink cooldown though, so I mean, for a medevac it costs him a lot of Stalkers, a good few going down there. Clem with a good blink forwards to make the most of that. Going back up, I don't even think that observer was in scan range, I'm not going to lie. But catches it anyways. A little bit of fortune there for Clem. I really don't think it was in position, but it is what it is. It's going to be seeing Zealots and Stalkers continue to come up towards the upper right. And here you go, we're actually going to see a charge in. So MaNa's actually interested in taking this fight. First Storm comes down. It's so dangerous with that War Prism all the time because you just never know when there's going to be Templar inside of it the first time around. And that means that Clem was caught just a little bit off guard there as his MaNa about to make this a 3-0. He is maybe on the verge. 14 SCVs have gone down. That's why Clem is dropping low on workers. He's pulled all the way back with as many units as he can. Burrows a Widowmine on the high ground even to try and defend. He's got a couple of ghosts just about to pop, and MaNa's really hit such a strong time in here. Just coming in just before Clem was really ready. I mean, by a few seconds as well. Like Clem, a few more moments. He has ghosts at the start of this fight and everything, and that's obviously a huge advantage in comparison to what he did have. More Marauders here trying to do what they can as these Zealots working their way through the mineral line, but MaNa just looks as though he's a little bit too good at the moment. Poor Clem, because he is just cleaning up absolutely everything. And while it's a 3-0, It's been a fun series with some very different games in it, actually. I mean,